You probably know Aero Precision for popularizing AR builds with lots of cool component parts. But Kirk, now you guys have a full gun, and this one is pretty rugged. What is it?
It's the new M4E1 Pro rifle.
All right, I like it, and I know you guys have been working very hard on this. Hard use rifle. Talk about the barrel and the handguard, because that's part of the story.
Yeah, absolutely. So the whole design intention for this was to elevate things across the board where we saw gaps. So barrels on these, we're going to be using cold hammer forged barrels from Ballistic Advantage. I'm very excited about that. Handguard's our new Mod 4 handguard. It was designed to be very robust and provide some quality of life features that are improvements over our legacy handguard line. Now,
one of the things when you say robust, we're talking about how rigid it is, because that thin, low-profile handguard can bend a little bit, and you deliberately said we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, specifically for, certain users and professional end users, namely that are running, IR aiming devices, so they're not getting any weird POI shift when they're putting that handguard under load.
Looks like you have a ton of M-LOKs here, too.
Yeah, a ton of M-LOK. We went from the 3 side on the Atlas to 7 on this, so lots of rail accessory space.
Nice.
The QDs on these are also steel lined now, so extremely robust. You're not going to wear them out over time.
One of the things I like is you made this gun ambi. I do shoot from the left shoulder, but I find that all shooters like a true ambi gun. What'd you do?
So M4E1 is our flagship low receiver product. We wanted to elevate that to the next level. People have been asking for an ambi for a long time, so this is that inclusion to the product lineup. Same controls, just mirrored, so very intuitive. If you know how to use a bolt catch on a normal AR-15, works the same way. And then we have our ambi safety selector on there as well, which will be available standalone.
Standalone, so it's not just the full gun, but you're not leaving those builders out. They can get the handguard, they can get these other controls.
Yep, they can get everything they see here separately as well.
All right, new from Aero, Chris is on the range, and he wants to test this sucker.
All right, so Aero Precision, they make great parts. They now make a complete rifle, the M4E1 Pro, but their Mod 4 handguard is supposed to be super strong. Well, strength is one thing, but flex is a whole nother story. So if I get flex between the handguard and the main receiver area, the upper receiver, well, that can throw off a lot of things. If I put a bipod on here and I start loading into it and this handguard flexes, well, I'm gonna get spring, I'm gonna get movement. If I put any kind of additions on here, like a thermal out front of my optic or a laser, and that handguard flexes, I'm gonna get deviation. Iron sights, whole nother story. If the handguard flexes, the rear sight stays in the same place, I'm gonna be off. I'm gonna get deviation. So there are times when I need a really strong handguard. I like that as strong as it is, it's still the same profile. I'm gonna show you a position that I use quite often in competitions, and I actually teach it in classes. So 2 knees down, I bear into this piece of cover, this barricade. I'm literally hanging my upper body off of this handguard. So I'm gonna see if I can make some shots here. Come on. One more. It's a super stable position. I'm putting a lot of weight on that handguard. I've got a lot of faith in it. So the fact that it still feels good and it looks good, it maintains that same profile, I'm satisfied. The M4E1 Pro is not just a well-built rifle, it's actually an overbuilt rifle.
To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.